All right. Well, my name is Brooks Burnett. If y'all came to the first meeting, then you know who I am. You've seen me before, and you've had to listen to one of my lessons. So, for those of you who are marketers in here, iron sharpens iron. So, if I'm wrong, then come to me afterwards and we can talk about it. So, how many of you in here have a social media account of some kind, any kind that you can think of? Yeah, some people are maybe lacking. That's the first step for some. So today we're going to talk about social media for your business and how to display your Christ likeness as a business and how to just actually post on social media and what you should actually be posting and focusing on. So let me see if I can get to my slides here. Yeah. So the first thing that we have to understand about social media is that it's not necessarily a direct lead generation platform. Now, you can run Facebook ads, you can run ads on YouTube, but for posting things, posting pictures, videos, things that you do every single day, those are things that it's a little bit different than direct lead generation. The reason why is because you are not asking your followers, your viewers directly for business, right? Or at least you shouldn't be, especially once a week, things like that. So your social media rather is to do things like build your follower count, build a base of people in your community who know you, like you, and trust you. I'll be getting to that last point a little bit soon. But so you're building a follower count, you are generating leads, but these are higher quality leads because they know you, they're used to seeing you, they've seen examples of you before, maybe they've seen you over and over and over again, and now they're finally ready to hire you for whatever the service is. And then it acts as a second website. Okay, your social media should be acting as a secondary website, or at least a secondary form of information for your visitors. So people go to your website, they learn about you, but maybe they want to see something recent. Maybe they want to see something, what have they been doing, recently? What's something new that they've been working on? Then they go to your social media. So that's why it's so important to always be updating your social media accounts. And then finally, getting your community to know, like, and trust you, okay? And so the goal of your business profiles is to authentically show your community who you are and that you are the right business to work with them for whatever your business is. And so why bother? Well, we know, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. We know it's 2026. We know everyone uses social media. That's not new to anybody, right? It's not 2018 anymore when all this stuff is still pretty new. So what platforms should you be focusing on? YouTube. YouTube should be number one. Why? Well, you can post videos or shorts and things like that, short form video content. But this is where all of your videos that you create for your business, whether that's client interviews, testimonials, walkthroughs, explanation videos, introducing yourself to your visitors, to your website visitors, all of that can be hosted on YouTube. And so not only is it a social media platform, but it is a database for your videos. So that's the first one. Now to get on to, the actual posting side. So Facebook and Instagram, those are the basics, okay? Most people have at least a Facebook or an Instagram. Some contractors kind of get a little bit of shiny object syndrome with TikTok, with X and things like that. You can have those, that's completely fine, but Facebook and Instagram, that's going to cover most of your bases. You'll be good with just those two platforms there most of the time. And so, like I said, TikTok and Twitter, or X, not fully necessary, but if you have it, then good. More the merrier, but Facebook and Instagram should be good. Now, some tools to use for posting could be something like Buffer, Sendable, that's another tool, that's another app. So basically what these apps do, they allow you to take a picture right from the app and post it on multiple platforms all at the same time. So you don't have to go and sit there and upload to Facebook, then go upload to Instagram, then upload to TikTok. You can just do it all in one place. So it makes it a little bit easier if you're out in the field to go ahead and do that. So now, something to keep in mind here is that your followers follow you for a reason, okay? They like you. Maybe they've met you. Maybe you've worked with them in the past. But they follow you for a reason. So your job is to give them the content that they're looking for. Whether that's, not saying that they're getting a dopamine rush from your content every time they see you post, but they follow you because they either know you, they like you, they've worked with you in the past, or they've seen your work before. Maybe they're going to work with you in the future. So we are giving them what they need and what they followed us for. So keep that in mind. Your followers follow you for a reason, okay? So we are posting relevant content, and like Jerry said, consistently. And we're also giving them a glimpse into your business. So in other words, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. We're not just showing before and afters or after pictures. I know that's what everyone wants to show because that's your work, that's your baby. You're showing, hey, this is what we can do. But I want you to think a little bit more than that because that's what every other contractor is doing. 99% of them are just posting after pictures. The pictures that you post of your work looks identical to most viewers, to most people who are not in your industry. I know you can probably pick out like, hey, they didn't do this right, they said this wrong, that kind of thing. But most people, they just say, hey, this is a lawn. Hey, this is a roof. And so, yes, you need to be posting that stuff, but there are other things that you need to show them. They follow you for a reason. So show them that your business is made up of real people. Show them interesting info about your business. So we are giving them a glimpse, a look into your business. So how do we actually do that? So what should you be posting? Yes, before and afters or after pictures, right? After pictures showing your work. That's what you should be posting, right? You do need those because those are showing the proof. Those are showing the proof of what you can do. Now, what else can you post and should you be posting? Business updates. Does this have a laser? I don't know if y'all can see that. Business updates. New employees. Maybe your employee's birthday. Maybe it's a new shirt that y'all designed. Maybe you just wrapped a new truck. Showing people what's going on in your business because, again, they follow you. People follow people. And so they're following you. And so they want to see what you're doing, what you're up to. If you get a new piece of equipment, show it because the people want to see it. And so those are some good ideas here. And now community news or community events that you do, sponsorships, trade shows. If you're exhibiting at a trade show, you should mention beforehand, hey, we're going to be at this trade show at so-and-so location. I hope to see you there. Tips and tricks, DIY, your favorite tools, fact versus fiction. It can go on and on and on. Okay? But the point here is that you are diversifying your content. You're showing a lot of different things all at the same time, but you're also not neglecting your before and afters, your work, but you're also displaying, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do. Hope this all makes sense. This can, again, just type it into Google, hey, what are some ideas? Type in ChatGPT, what are some ideas for community news, trade show, business updates, things like that. But the point is that we're diversifying and showing multiple areas of your business. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So this is a landscaping company where I live right down the road from me in Gainesville. But so this is obviously great looking lawn, good work, great, awesome, that's good. 1 like, no comments, no shares. Rather, you've got this post here. Everyone, please give a great welcome to these wonderful ladies that joined our crew, right? 40 likes, 6 comments, and 1 share. And so there is a reason for that, okay? Because people follow people. They want to see what's going on in your business. Okay? Now, here's another example. This one, every business is different. Every business is unique. But this is a client that I work with here. And so you can see here, this is, this is actually a screenshot of a time-lapse video, which is good. Should definitely throw that in there, but I could just take a screenshot. But this got 7 likes, which is good. But you can see this one over here where they're introducing themselves as the owners and then, just playing a joke that they, fell down the stairs. You can see the engagement here. This got 12 shares. That means that person shared it with their entire friend group. And so 12 times 500, right? Or however many people they are friends with. And so you can see that this type of post, right? And if I go back, this type of post here is crucial. Okay? If you're posting this type of content only, that will only get you so far. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. You need to be doing this. But post this too, because this is stuff that's going on just in your business anyway. Snap a picture. Take a video. Just do something really quick, and it will drastically update or change your follower count. It will drastically change the way people interact with your business. People will start to reach out a little bit more. They might start to say, hey, I saw you guys on Instagram. Hey, I saw that last post on Facebook, because you're doing other things than posting just normal, I say, boring pictures. Okay? So, to bring it back here to kind of the theme of tonight here. So, it is generally recommended not to post on your business profiles about religion, politics, your true opinions. Some people, Georgia fans. If you're a Tech fan, I'm an Auburn fan, so I'm accepting apologies. So, it's generally recommended not to talk about those things, but I would have to disagree to an extent, because the whole point of our group here is to show that you are a Christ-centered business. And so what you can do instead of being overly dramatic about it or talking about politics 24/7, include a video, pin a post on Facebook of yourself as the owner welcoming people to your company and explaining how you are a Christ-centered business. That wouldn't take too long at all. And you could pin that at the top of your accounts, so that way people see it anytime they come to your account. That's the first thing that's up at the top. Weekly Bible verse posts that are meaningful to you, okay? Charity projects, anything that you're doing that's benefiting your community, things like that. Gratitude posts. Again, this is the same sort of idea as the other posts, right? As the business update posts. This is the same kind of idea. We are peppering in all of this data here and this information about yourself. But the point is that you are being real rather than performative. Going back to this one here, if you are not a jokester, if you do not like cutting it up and if you're kind of a straight shooter, then don't do something like this. Because whenever people call you and you go out to their property, they're going to be like, man, I laughed at this post here. Why aren't they funny? Why aren't they making me laugh? So just be real and authentic to who you are. Okay? And so if you are a Christ-centered business, then show it. All right. Well, I hope that was informative. I did not prepare an outro or anything. So, so I guess whoever's next here. Oh, well, no, I do have a conclusion. Sorry, Jerry. So in conclusion, at least have a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. That will take you very far. That's pretty much all you need, in my opinion. I like to kind of say 50-50 content, 50% work, 50% unique business content. If you're posting twice a week, just make one about your after pictures, right? And then the other about something going on in your business, okay? It can be anything, right? And then be real to yourself, but not too real. I know we might want to go off about what's going on in the world and things like that. Try to control yourself, but also demonstrate that you are a Christ-like business by letting your light shine, like the Bible says. Okay? But just be real rather than performative. So I hope that was beneficial to everyone. Hope y'all learned a little bit. And thank y'all very much for your time.
Thank you.